Hello, everybody. It has been a minute since I've been live, so thank you all for being here with me. Thank you all for joining me. I truly appreciate this. It's been a minute, and I have not been live in a long time, but I want to welcome you all here and thank you all for joining me. I will have all the links to things I'm talking about linked below. So let's get started. So we'll be getting started at exactly 2 o'clock. So thank you all for being here. This is actually my studio in Atlanta where I create all of the wonderful things. And I started a series about Look What I Made. So Look What I Made really started because I was paying homage to my mom. She's over my shoulder back there. My mom recently passed a year ago in January, and I kind of lost my way. And when I say I lost my way, I didn't really know what to do with idle time. Um, so what I started doing was I started creating a series called Look What I Made. And Look What I Made was something that I did. I used to always tell my mom, "Hey mama, look what I made." Like, look what I made. I would show her everything about Look What I Made. And so that's how the whole thing got started. So yeah, I love creating it. I do something different every day. I don't keep a lot of things I make because I just like to give them away or give it to my clients. So it's hard for me to keep up. So people always ask me, like on social media, like when I get new clients, do I have a website? I do. Do I have social media? I do. But I stay so busy that I don't always get the time to add it to my site. So here it is. You get to see me live in person today. I have on a hat, which I normally don't ever wear a hat, but this is my real life studio. And I am on a I don't faceless tripod mount, and it will follow me around the room. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. And this is a real space. It's not one that's staged, meaning that my studio is a mess. I'm working. So when I'm working, it looks like I'm working. It's not going to be prim and polished. The back walls or shelves are real. This light over my head is literally plugged up behind the wall. It's ran by Alexa. Alexa and I argue a lot. So if you do hear her arguing with me, it's okay. No device was harmed in making this video. She probably will get thrown once or twice out the door. It's okay, but this is what I do. And so the purpose of me doing it on YouTube is that I can always come back and repurpose it. So thank you all for being here. I'm not sure how to work this. This is a new session for me. So I've not gone live on YouTube before. So I see I have a bunch of people in the room. Thank you all for being here. Let's see if I can do chat. Not sure if I know how to do the chat yet. But thank y'all so much for being here. I don't know. I'm going to get on my computer to see if I can see the chats on my computer. But, oh, I don't want to do that. Turn the green screen off. I don't want to do that. Turn it off. No. See, I'm playing around with buttons. I should have played with this first, but thank y'all for being here with me. Thank y'all so much. You know, I love you all so much. I'm so excited. I think I will start doing. Hey, Travis. So, yes, I do have people here. So, my chat does work. So, if you're down below, you can definitely view the messages. You can talk to me there and I will answer. I'm going to be walking around the room, so give me a little bit of time to get back to the camera. But I'm going to start walking around and you'll be able to see a lot of things I'm doing. I actually broke my paper towel. No, I didn't break it. I actually put my paper towel holder behind that bookshelf over there. So I'm using my 3D printer today to print another one. So I'll show you my 3D printer. I'm a sub for you on. Okay, Travis. So this is my 3D printer. And I am printing a paper towel holder that's going to go in my bathroom. So that's going to be kind of fun. And then I have some things I'm going to make. Like this is a Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my line. It's an actual iPhone holder. So it's an iPhone holder. So I stick it in here like this. And put it in like this. And look, isn't it the cutest thing? Isn't it adorable? So I made this with my 3D printer too. So if you don't have a 3D printer, you want to know information about 3D printer, I love 3D printing. It's really, really fun. that's what that is. But I have some stationery to do real quick, so I'm gonna get started with that. Not sure how long I'm gonna be on here, but as long as I'm on here, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I am going to put the links to everything that I show. I'm gonna put it in behind in the notes in the description of this video. So if you want to come back and shop that, you definitely can. You have a 3D. You have a 3D a dragon B4. Not sure what that says, but okay. Oh wait, it fell. And yes, I'm wearing shorts today. I normally don't wear shorts, but I'm getting ready to work in my garage. And I believe it's 80 degrees outside, so that means it's very hot. And then I have my laser. So thank y'all for being here with me. Hello. I'm gonna put you all right here where you guys can see me around. I don't know if there is a, when I was on TikTok, there was a way that I can put the Bluetooth here and I could read your messages. I don't know that yet, but I will find out if there is one. But then if there is one, I definitely will be a part of that. So let's get started. So today first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on, let me put this here. I'm gonna work on some stationery, put some stationery together. Do you have lizards here? I do. I do. So this is the main area that I do a lot of my videos in. I normally work over there. This table is a 3 foot by 6 foot table. We had it expanded because I ran out of room. My space is normally junky like this because it helps me to work when it's all over the place. So I've actually made some, oh yes, outside, yes, I do. So these are some coasters that I actually made with my laser. And this is actually a coaster that goes with this set that I'm working on. So I'm going to show you that. So if you have any questions, just ask me. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to answer. I don't know if YouTube would allow me to play music. So I'll say that for the next time. But for right now, we'll just be quiet and I'll talk if you have any questions. So normally when I do these sessions, you're able to ask me questions. You're able to watch me. So these are some A2 note cards that I actually have on Amazon, and they're personalized. And I use AI to create the monogram that goes on it. And this box is a clear box that I put in for packaging. I'm going to link this below. And that's it. The majority of things that are in this room, if you want. Oh, I can play music. You sure? Well, you guys can hear what I listen to. Alexa, resume. See? Alexa, put it on volume 3. You're on your phone. Do I offer internship? Yes. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this, so I can do live. Yes, I do. I offer internships as well as I offer one-on-one coaching. So this area that I'm in is my full studio. It's the entire downstairs is my workspace. I do offer one-on-one coaching. I am for hire when it comes to clients, all the things. When you come with me, you actually learn what machines I have. Like I have a wall of printers that are over there, my 3D printers there. I have 2 lasers outside in the garage. In that other room in there is where I have a book binding machine. And we're gonna do some book binding in a second because I have to do this. We're gonna make an actual journal that goes with this package. So I think today I'm gonna show you how I package this whole thing. This is what I do for a living. This is what I do for a living. This is what I do full time. I literally do this full time. So I tell people I play all day. I literally play all day. All day. And then what I do then is I take This is what you call maybe a squeegee. I've added felt to it, and I use this side, and this is what I use to crease my things. Hands for feet. Don't know what that is. But I use this to actually crease it so it doesn't give me any marks. I like to have a strong crease when I'm doing them, and then I'm gonna box them. So if you look at the previous video, will you will did you know you had a gift for decorating? Do I? Sort of, kind of. My decorating is a little bit different. My decorating is a little bit different. So here's the boxing. I'm getting ready to put them in the box. Here are my envelopes. And we have to go outside and make some more of these because these are not done. So I'm going to show you those in just a second. That's going to take like about 20 minutes to do. So I'm not going to show you all of those. That'll probably be the last part of the video that I do. I am an OMTech affiliate. So if you all are looking to buy a laser, I will put the link in there. Once this video is over, I'm going to go back and add all the links. There is a discount that you can get. You can get a 5% discount for using my code. I absolutely love my OMTech Laser. It's like my favorite tool I bought. And while I'm doing this, I'm doing quality control. Because I saw one that had an error, like that was wrong. Then I always give a little bit of extra. So here's the bottom. Here's the top. And then I traditionally use this rubber band. I put a link for that too. So this is 2 designs with a pencil, with a pen. So that's done on that end. And then I did the same thing with Wanda. So here's her note cards. And I print those on my laser printer that's over there. And I have this laser printer over there as well as a scoring machine. And these are the note cards. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So if you're wondering why am I now doing this on YouTube and not on TikTok like I normally do it, I probably will do a little bit on TikTok, but I think I mainly want to do it on YouTube because I'll be completely honest. YouTube is the only one I don't monetize on. And I don't monetize on YouTube because I don't have enough watch hours. So I am creating my watch hours. I'm going to do the videos over here. And it will allow me to actually provide you with links where you can actually go back and purchase and download. TikTok has a lot of restrictions where you cannot do such a thing, but this one doesn't. Or I may do some live Amazon selling. I'm an Amazon influencer where I can actually sell products. Over there is my pencil making machine or my pencil making station. Can you hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, put a 1 in the chat for me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. And then I forgot something. I have my lip gloss on. Looks like you have gentle hands. Yes, you can hear me. I think I have gentle hands, but sometimes when I go back and look at my videos, I think I'm really rough. I'm like, girl, slow down. Why are you so rough? But I've been doing this for, I need to get the exact year. I always say over 35 years, but I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. That was my first job. In the stationery industry since I was 17 years old. So, and I love this. I love making stationery products. So this one it's actually a peony. Hi there. So it's a peony. So there's a stationery note card as well as an envelope to go with it. Then we have some coasters, as well as we have an engraved pen. And I've got to print her book. So we do that in a second. And the problem I'm having with that is because that design is so large, I'm having a hard time printing it. So if you're in here, I can't see who's in here. I need to go and update the chat so I don't know who's in here. And I charged my battery enough so that it wouldn't die. If you know, you know. You know, your girl has problems charging her battery. I do. If you don't know anything about me, you know I'm always going to have a dead battery. And I have chargers everywhere. But it happens. So the appropriate packaging for this is 12 in the box. So I always put my branding. First thing I do is I put a picture of me in the front, behind the first card, and the last card means that it has a stamp of approval for me, as well as description of what they're receiving. And I simply put the box together. Touch. Put a bow on it, and it's done. Oh, I didn't put any extras. And then I give them extra envelopes because people mess up sometimes on the envelope. This order does not have return address printed on it. Normally it does. And then I just fold it again. Now, I'll give you a hint when it comes to working on a laser engraver, you cannot walk away from it. You have to literally be by it the entire time because it's fire. It's fire. I think this might be one of my favorite designs. It's so pretty. So my 3D printer is printing. Once it's done, I'm going to print the base of this. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I think this my office studio might be a ASMR dream because it's always noise in here. You hear the 3D printer going. You hear me doing this a lot. It happens all the time. right back. I got to get some ribbon. Is it not following me? Is it done? How have you done screen printing? Airbrush? No, I don't do airbrush. I don't do screen print. I do DTF print. You know, and then I don't have those machines here. It's easy for me to send that out to get that done than me do that because this is an executive. It's more of a gifting suite. It comes with a better ribbon. So you have the option when you order these, you can order it as a basic design with this, or you can get it where it has a ribbon that comes with it. So this is the ribbon. I think over my career, I've tied thousands of bows. How many? I have no idea. It might even be a million. I've tied thousands of bows. So one thing when you're doing ribbons, you have to make sure you use the right scissors. Because if you don't, they will fray. And that's what that looks like. Isn't it pretty? It's really pretty. So thank you all for being here with me. If you're new to me for the very first time, introduce yourself. My name is Therese. Most people know me as the paper lover. I've been doing stationery designing for the last over 35 years. I have taught stationery designing. I've taught graphic designing, balloon decor. I've done a little bit of everything. In this season of my life, if you've been with me before, my studio looks different. I'm in a different place. I'm not at the other house. I'm in this space now, and I think I like this space better because it's white. It's more open. It's bigger. I have more light that comes in. The other space was in the bottom basement where it was a walk-in, but it was like really, really dark. So if you're used to me and don't been wondering where I was, well, here I am. So these two are done. With this, I gotta get. Oh, this thing is acting up. Let's see. Put the pen in. So those two are done. trying to clean up after myself. Try. Keyword is try. Trash can is over there. But I'm not sure why you're not working, so let me see. This thing is supposed to follow me around the room so you can see all areas of what I'm doing. So I'm all the way over here to this side of the room. I will put a link below so that you can see what this is. I love strawberry infused water. So this is some crushed, well, cut up strawberries. Let's see. Sharon! Hey, Sharon! How you doing, honey bunny? Sharon, you know you owe me a session. I didn't forget. You owe me some content. I didn't forget. You thought I forgot. I didn't forget. I need to know what your room looks like. We talked about that, but you never did get back with me. And I kind of let you have, my mom passed, so time passed, and I didn't forget those. So, you need to give me my content, ma'am. I need to see what your room looks like. Like, what does it really look like, Sharon? Did you clean up? Did you organize your stuff? Like, what are you up to? Sharon, what are you up to? Oh, hey, Mona Fairley Nelson. Hey, friend. Mona, we need to sign that contract today, ma'am. Ma'am, why are you watching me on Facebook? How are you? I'm well. My room is a nightmare. So you're not going to blame me. Sharon, get back on it. So I'm going to send you a link so you can get back on my calendar because we have really got to get you back on track with clean your room. You've got to get it done. We have got to get this room clean, Sharon. So this is my strawberry infused water. So I cut up strawberries and just put it in here. Can it tell me who's here? Let's see. Does it tell me who's watching? No, I'm new to this. So this is my first time doing a live like this. I've been on here for 27 minutes. I am going to take you outside because I want to go and do this. I owe her some things. So I'm going to take you outside and then we're going to do that. So this session will only be about 30 minutes. But I am going to come back and I'm going to put the link for all these things. My 3D printer has a little bit more time on it. Let's see how much it has. It is. So I have 57 more minutes on my 3D printing. So I took my my Amazon purchased paper towel holder and I put it over there. It's over there that holds my Munbin roll of labels. So it's over there. So now I don't have anything in my bathroom to hold my paper towel up. So I've got to create that. But let's go outside because we've got to do some work. And while this is doing this, I want to at least show you what 3D printing looks like from that area. So I'm going to grab you. I got to grab my computer and we're going to go outside for a second. So come along. I'm sorry. I'm moving a whole bunch. I'm so sorry. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Let me grab my lipstick. Put me some lipstick on. Look, you see it's a mess. It's a mess out here. Toe up mess. I gotta grab my snack, grab my water. Because once I go out, I can't come back in. I never leave my laser unattended. Never. Ever, ever. Alexa, stop. Never, ever, never leave your laser unattended. I've got to add my water to my cooler. So I'm going to show y'all that whole setup in just a second. Not sure why this thing is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm going to open up my garage. So this is where I work in my garage. And let me show you. So my car is in my backyard. It's broken. Someone took my money. Pray for me on that situation. That's my newest toy. I've got to name it. That is my zero-turn lawnmower. And then that's my back wall where I've moved all of my items now. So, before in my garage, I had this whole wall here was all of my items. Now it houses my wood and then my laser. So this is an OMTech Laser. So if you have ever thought about getting a laser, now's the time to do it. I'm actually an OMTech affiliate where I can actually give you a discount using my code. I will be putting all of the codes and things below in the description. Over there is still my industrial cutter. Weighs 700 pounds, cannot move it. I'm going to put something on my floor via whether it be carpet or brandy. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. But over my head is a sticker, my G-Mommy sticker. How many watts is my laser? This laser is I think my laser is a 45-watt laser. And so what I've been learning about lasers is it doesn't matter the wattage for what I'm doing. My laser is a 24 by 28. I do intend on getting another laser. I want a larger laser. I want one of those that does like a 50, 60-inch laser. Because in this industry, I want to be able to do a 24 by 36 at one time. Now, let me show you. It cuts. I mean, it cuts pretty big. Like this is a 24 by 20, and it fits on my bed just like this. So it's a good laser. I just want something a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. So now the first thing I have to do is I have to add I need you have to have a chiller. So I've got to add something to my chiller. So hold on one second. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that your chiller is cold enough. So I always turn on my chiller to see what the temperature is. Now I wonder if I open up my garage, can you hear me? I'm going to try it, but if you tell me you can't hear me, I'm going to close my garage door, okay? So my water level is on 25, so I've got to let my chiller cool off for a second. My thing. So this is my garage. Can you all still hear me and see me? It just kicked on, so you gotta wait a second. So I'm gonna be off screen just for a second so I can get it set up, and then I'll be right back. So just hold on, please. I've got to drain my water. It was time to drain my water. So while my water is draining, let's talk a little bit about OMTech safety, right? The first thing you have to realize is that this is actually fire. It's a laser that actually has a beam that comes down and it burns. It has the ability to burn and catch fire because it really is a laser. So I have a fire extinguisher as well as a fire blanket. These are musts. You must have a fire blanket and a fire extinguisher. And the difference is a fire blanket, you open it, you can put it over the fire to contain it. A fire extinguisher is one that you actually spray and put the fire out that way. So for me, I have both. And I have two lasers. I have another laser that's over here, which is the Creality A4, A1 Pro. It's a little bit of laser and it doesn't really require as much as the other one. It's a diode laser. This laser here is a CO2 laser. A CO2 laser is one that actually can cut anything. Cut anything. My diode laser, I'm limited with cutting stuff. I cannot cut. Oh, hey, hey girl, hey. So the one thing to remember is with my diode laser, I cannot cut acrylic. And if anyone that wants a laser, the one thing you want to do is cut acrylic. Hold on. Hold on. So when you're dealing with lasers and things, you absolutely want to have those safety measures in place. You want to have it done now before you get started. I did not know anything about a laser when I bought a laser. I bought the smaller one because I really wanted to make sure that I would like it. Because I don't know if you all like me, I buy stuff and it just sits. I'm a hoarder when it comes to things, and I wanted to make sure that I actually was going to use it. So I bought a smaller one, and then I bought the bigger one. I did get my bigger one, bought it used from somebody, but I don't regret it. It's like one of the best things I could have done. I do not do a lot of paper now. I don't. I mainly do a lot of I do a lot of laser work. I love working with the lasers. I love painting. I love every aspect of doing laser work. And I'm going to show you what some of that stuff looks like. So, in the stationery industry in the world that we're in, how many times have you wanted to do some paper cutting? Look at this. This is actually a laser. It's paper, laser cut. And all it is getting the settings together and doing it. So that's a laser paper. Of course, my coasters, I do those all the time. Some of you have seen me make the little girl head. Acrylic. How long did it take you to cut the butterfly? Maybe like 10 seconds. Maybe like 10 seconds. It was so fast. It was ridiculous. I made keychains. So this is my very first one I did. Me and my grandbaby did this. Look, it's the very first one I did, and I did it on my diode laser. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Had no clue. But we did it. So it was a huge learning curve for me. I mean, a huge learning curve. It stressed me out, y'all. I was stressed. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed. I did not know what I was doing. It was the worst. Like, look at this. So this is black laser cutting with engraving, and it's called I know Shalandria. I thought that's who that was. I thought this was so Shalandria's had a laser for how many years now? She's had a laser. So if you all don't know, Shalandria used to be one of my students that I coach, and so she's doing an amazing job. Shalandria, your baby is so big. Like I tagged Kayla in it because that's how Kayla got started. She started watching me. And so now Kayla's in Virginia doing her own thing. So this is actually it was actually a keychain, but I broke the piece off of it. So it's not a keychain anymore. Um, it's actually, so this is what's called inlay. So I actually used some white acrylic paint and actually, it was engraved or etched, they call it engraving. And then I put some white acrylic paint on it. And then I'll use some alcohol once it dried to wipe it off. And black and white is absolutely amazing. This is one I did too for some autistic moms. This shows you what it looks like before I add the color. So it comes off as a dirty kind of gray black, but you can actually wipe all that off. This is actually what's considered to be soot. So when you wipe it off and then you can put colors on it the way you want. So that's acrylic. And so most acrylic comes with a protective covering that looks like this. So this is the protective cover that it comes on. And then you have two options. You can actually paint fill it this way, or you can pull it off and then paint fill. For me, I don't think I really have a preference of which one I like. I don't think I have a preference. And then when it comes to 3D printing, I love me some 3D printing. So I've made, so when it comes to 3D printing, I use Tinkercad. So if you ever thought about doing 3D printing, it's a great opportunity for you to learn and to test your design skills. It is nothing like Adobe Illustrator. Forget all the stuff that you know. Now you could take the designs that you have in Adobe Illustrator and take it into Tinkercad. Like I designed these in Adobe. I made them into a flat lay or a SVG. I don't remember if they take PDFs or not, but they definitely take SVGs. And I did my SVGs into layers, meaning I did the black as one layer, I did the pink as one layer, and then the different ones. And then I laid them that way. Same thing with this one. And then I actually use Bamboo Studios to actually slice it and then print it. So that's the language when it comes to working with lasers. You have to design it, you have to slice it, and then you have to print it. So the printing part actually means you send it to the machine because it's really neat. I'll show y'all before we end what that looks like because it should be almost finished. Now, when it comes to laser language is totally different. It took me a minute to get together because my brain just wouldn't allow me. Like this is what I made with a laser. No, with my 3D printer. I'm actually going to make some of these with my laser in a second. But when it comes to using a laser, the language was so different. It's nothing like I've ever experienced. It's a hard road. So I'm going to start coaching people and teaching people the way that I know how to do it. Because when I started doing it, there was nobody that was really telling me how to do it. I had no clue what I was doing. Didn't understand what I was doing, was stressed out, overwhelmed, all the things. So here's some 3D stuff, some laser stuff I've done. This is an actual graduation sign. And then I glued this on here. Here's a 3D, this is not finished, but this is a 3D key hook. And then just some letters. Now I do work a lot now with foam because I do cut out letters and things. So that's what this channel will be. It will actually be taking us from where we used to be to a new level of designing, like playing with all the things, because I have new toys now and I can't wait to show y'all. I am going to be opening back up my mentorship program and my one-on-one coaching, and then I'll probably just go up a school. I'm thinking I'm going to use it on schools. I've been researching that to see if I want to go that route. And if I go on schools, it'll be where you can come into the membership and really, really learn all the things I've been doing. So again, this is my laser. I've got to go and add I got to put that water back in. So hold on one second. Now, some of them don't have chillers. Mine works with a chiller. GoForge. I don't think GoForge does. My dial laser over here, this Creality one, it doesn't. I like some stuff I can do on that I don't. I can do more I do more proficient etching and engraving on this smaller one than I do on this one. I think I like that one better because I can get a deeper engraving on it versus this one. But when it comes to cutting, this baby behind me is a beast. So hold on 1 second. So now that I have drained on my water, I have to put more water in here. And it only takes distilled water. I gotta add some more water. Hold on. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm actually pouring water. So this is distilled water. And I like to put cold distilled water in mine already. So need a little bit more. So the setup takes a second, but the cutting does not. And that's enough. More than enough. me back up. Now, one of the things that you're going to need when you're working with a laser, for this kind of laser, you're going to have a fan or a method to pull the fumes and the things away from the laser and out of your area. So I have a small one for this one, then I have a big one on this one, on the other one, and it actually has a hole on the side of my garage, and then that's where the water it all flows. So I'm gonna plug it up, and you're gonna hear some noise. So I try to keep my laser between 15 and 18. I try not to let it get any higher than that because it's able to give me a good cut. So now that I have my rain, I'm on 17 degrees, so I can turn on my laser. And then I connect mine via USB. So I'm gonna put you on this side so you can see me. Can you believe my battery is still good? I'm so proud of myself. I still have a good battery. I still have a good battery. Yay, me. Oh, so this is my 3D printed coaster holder, and it fits my coasters here are 4 inches, and it fits in here. It works perfectly fine. So I always 3D print my coasters, and then I make coaster holders, and they sit in this inside. So for me, one of the best decisions I could have made was once I got my laser to get a 3D printer because it kind of works together. So if I need any type of plastic or packaging, I can actually literally make it. So it works. So this is the inside of my laser. You guys have seen me with video. So this is the inside of my laser. So it's a 24 by 20. I've already started cutting some. I got tired last night, so I turned it off and didn't do the rest. I'm going to get ready to go and start now. I'm doing this one. So it sees it. I'm going to go with the software that I use. The software that I use is called Lightburn. And so what I do is I design my designs in Adobe Illustrator, and then I send it to my laser. Now, one of the things you have to know when you come into use these lasers, it is not, it's user-friendly if you know what you're doing. So I am going to teach you a course on what to do when you first get your laser because it's a whole pill. It's a lot. And if you don't understand the world of laser, it's very, very interesting. But now that I know it, I love it. It's very rewarding. I wouldn't change it. So I don't know if anybody was here earlier, but I'm now an affiliate with OMTech where I'm going to put a link below. So if you decide that you want to get a larger laser, let me know if you want to get a laser. And I give you 5% off, whatever the offering is. And then I make a little money off of it. So please share the link. Let me know. So it's simple to do. So I'm going to share my screen here so you can see. And it's working in layers, layers, just like you would in Adobe Illustrator when it comes to working in artboards and turning on layers and off layers. So and it's just a matter of red is always. I always use red is cut, blue is engraving. Same thing, same exact thing. It's like working with silhouette. So if you have used silhouette, silhouette. Um, Silhouette Connect and how you do your lasers. No. When you use Silhouette Connect and you're sending it to print, one layer is to cut, one layer is to print. Same thing here. One layer is to engrave, the other layer is to cut. So in here it's called line and fill, and then outfill. So line, fill, and outfill. So if you remember those things, that's important. Line means to cut. To fill means engrave. Just the inside of it, but the other part is to do the whole entire thing. So, and that takes a little bit of time. This particular design here would take a total of 5 minutes to do it. So I'm not going to sit on here with you all because I don't want to bore you all. I've been on here an hour. I said I was going to give everybody an hour to do this. But I am going to go and finish the rest of them. Now, one thing I have to do is whenever you get your laser, you have to align it. And in order to do the focus, my lasers are autofocus. So I simply push that and it does it by itself. And then I'm going to tell it where I want the head to go. So if you look right here, you'll be able to see it's going to move it. I'm going to move it with this control. So everything with the laser works on this keypad. I can control it on my computer, but I can also sit it here and work on the keypad here. So I'm simply just going to move it over, and there's a red dot at the top. And so I'm going to tell it that's where the origin is. And then from there, I'm going to begin my cut. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like, and then we're going to end the live because it's going to take me a second. I have to do a total of 6 of these, and each of those takes 5 minutes. That's 30 minutes. But I just want really to let you all see what I was doing, how I was doing, and, you know, to know that I'm back. Back doing sessions, back doing calls, coaching sessions. I'm sharing. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to text you when we get off this live because you owe me some homework from a year ago. And then I'm going to move this over. I think I can show you etching of one of them for the engraving part. One thing I like about this is I can frame it, and it'll tell me where the frame is. And it'll tell me how far I can go over. So you can visually see that I have too many on here, so I got to take one away. So I can only do 3. And I'm going to close it because it's a laser to fire. Mine does not work with the lid up. And so I'm going to turn off that part, and then I'm going to start this, which is the engraving part, and show y'all what that looks like. And then I'm just going to click on start. And it's starting. So I'm going to flip my camera so you can see it. Oh, that turned the camera off. So I flip my camera. So it's actually now doing 2. And I don't smell the smoke at all because it's going outside. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I have the back of it, I have a hose that's running from here all the way there, and it exhausts outside. I'll put a link for all that. Like, I don't smell anything. So I stopped it just so I can show you all what it looks like. Look at that. It is really, really good. Now I'm going to do it again and just do that once so you can see it. Let's do that for just a second. Well, let me show you the screen, what it looks like. So this is the actual screen. So I'm using Lightburn 21.2, and I'm going to go to here and turn it all on. I'm actually going to go and undo. Hold on 1 second. Turn it all on, and I'm just going to delete this for a second. And I'm going to send it to the laser. How I send it is simply click on the button here, click start. When I click start, it literally starts. And on the keypad, it actually works. So you see it's actually moving, but you can't see it. But when it cuts, you can see it. What do I usually do? Um, Watch it, make content, edit videos, um, design. I have a chair that's sitting here, and you're right. I'm literally babysitting this thing. So now you see the laser's actually cutting it. I mean, you can see smoke in it, but the smoke is not overwhelming. And it's done. It beeps and lets me know it's done. And then from here, you just simply pick it up, and there it is. Isn't that pretty? Now it has a double on it because I actually did it twice. that's it. That's actually the laser. So that was my demonstration for today. I would love for you all to buy a laser. It's really pretty. But Shalondra, so my setup is right here. So I literally am doing something. I'm either cutting something, I'm actually editing the video. I have a chair that sits right here. So I'm sitting right here by the garage, right by my laser. I don't ever go inside. I normally take a potty break before I go in. I have my water. That's why I grab my water. I grab my grapes. And I really just sit right here and watch and babysit my laser. Literally, you have to babysit it because you can't walk away. You walk away, all kind of ish can happen. I've seen in horror stories about people that didn't pay attention, used the wrong kind of products. They used the wrong type of materials. They used. They had the fire too hot. They had the power too high, and it literally caught fire, burned. So I'm really, really detailed. I do a lot of tests on mine. I do a lot of test woods on mine. I make sure it's lined up properly, so I don't ever have to worry about that part of it. Now, one thing I do have an issue with, I have a lot of wood. Look at all this wood, like scrap wood. I have a lot of scrap wood that I just got to get rid of. A lot of scrap wood that I just kind of is here that I gotta get rid of. So that was it. So thank y'all for being here with me today. This will be left up on my YouTube channel so that you can come back. Give me a few hours and I will put all the links on there, including where to actually buy an OMTech Laser with my code. Hey, Tommy. She trying to say mommy. That's my daughter, y'all. It said, hey, Tommy. Okay, I'm a Tommy. I'm a tomboy today because I got a hat on. Hi, Courtney. Hey, girl. Um, why does it keep saying Tommy? So her series must be acting up today. So I'm not going to use this. I'm actually going to put this piece of wood in there. Oh, hey, G Mommy. Okay, yeah, that's my grandbaby. Hi, Madison Grace. Hey, Stika. Y'all remember Madison? Well, that's her. She's now turning 10 years old. So I'm going to line up my laser again. And then I'm going to get to printing, get to cutting. So look what I made, baby. Look what I made. So in this episode of Look What I Made, look what I made. So, oh, wait, I got to go do it right. So I got to end it properly. So hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on. I've got to do my exit video. So I'm back inside. So on this episode of Look What I Made, look what I made. And this is literally how I take the videos. I do it just like I just did it. And oh, I can show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to stain it. And then that's going to be the finished product. So let me show you that real quick. So hold on one second. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere. So one of the things you have to do is when you want to stain, you have to get the right kind of stain. So this is the stain that I recommend. The other stain that I had stinks. This one is a good one. I recommend this one for wood. And I'm going to open it. And I have to get some gloves and some paper, so hold on 1 second. It doesn't smell. The last one I had, it stuck. So I'm going to take mine, put down my branded little station right here so I don't make a mess. Get me a pair of gloves. Because you don't want this on your hands. And I can't believe I don't have any more pink gloves. Like, oh my gosh, no pink gloves. So I'm just going to wipe this off. Make sure it's all gone. And then take another piece of paper towel. And I'm simply going to take this in here and dip it like such. And then wipe. And oh, it's gorgeous. And I do the back. The darker you put this on, the darker the results will be. So I just want to be a light little dusting of it. And I'm just going to go and wipe off all the excess. Now, if you want the inside grooves to be, you just have to stick some more in there. And then take some in there and like put it in there really, really good. And then dust it out. And you take another sheet and then just wipe it. And there you have it. So there's a huge difference between the before and after. And then I'm just like, I'm almost a perfectionist, y'all. I just like it to look a certain way. So this is it. Now let me cover this up because this will make a mess. Don't have a hammer, but I forget to get that. And guess what? Look what I made. Y'all have an amazing day. I love you, Madison Grace. I'm going to call you in a second, okay? Thank y'all for being here with me. Thank you for being here so I can show you, look what I made. You've actually seen me make a note card. I didn't engrave the pencils. I did engrave the pencils last night, but I did engrave this and cut this today. So thank y'all for being here with me. I will definitely do this again. I'm trying to figure out what day I want to do it. If this time works for you all, let me know. But the beauty of it is, if you do not watch me live, you'll be able to catch the repeats. And I will put all the links below. So thank you all so much for joining me. As always, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Have a good day. Now listen, I don't know how to end it. Let's see how to end. How do I end the live? How do I end the live, y'all? Maybe X. Yep, that's it. Your live stream will stop immediately and you'll know.